There's more in here about Penum. I told you to forget about Penum. Okay, here she was, this up-and-coming prodigy when it came to rune casting, who got chosen to be an acolyte for one of the greatest rune casting masters that Elfkind has ever seen. And then she starts hearing voices and just leaves and never comes back. Honestly, a lot of people think that she was some sort of creepy cultist that like sacrificed them or something. I was actually just looking over these pages from that chest from Penum's journal. It's a very complicated type of magic. I think, I was reading in one of these old books, I think it's something called ritual magic. It's something about unbinding and unbinding something very, very magically powerful, I guess. Oh, hey, come on in. Yeah, have a seat wherever. Thank you for coming. I know it's kind of late in the day, but I thought that you would probably want to hear this. I know that you've been pretty invested in the story of Penum and the other elves that founded Whisperwind all those hundreds of years ago. So I thought that you would want to hear what I had translated. It's very interesting. Yeah. Well, okay, let me back up. So the first part of this journal is written in Elven. And then the middle part, the part that talks about the town developing and all the different things that they were doing with the different people who were coming to learn spellcasting and all that, that's written in Common. But then Penum switches back to Elven about, 2/3 of the way through or so. And then the rest of it is all in Elven for some reason. And I had translated the first part, but then I was taking a break because we had those other pages from the chest that you brought me of hers, and I was trying to work through those. Well, I sort of hit a dead end on those, because those, it sounds like it's some sort of a ritual magic, something very complex that I really had no idea what it meant. So I went back to her journal instead and started translating some of those later pages, see if I could maybe find some clues as to what all of those pages might be. And I'm not sure that I found any clues, but it's quite the story. Let's just say that. Yeah. Anyway, if you want to take care of this tomorrow, I totally understand, but if you'd like to hear... Yeah? Oh, okay. Okay. See, I figured that you would be pretty eager to hear. I gotta warn you, though, it's quite the story. Word of our little settlement and the energy of the Hollow started to spread quickly, much quicker than I had anticipated. Every week there were newcomers, from fellow elves to humans, even a few gnomes and dwarves, all seeking to learn more about magic and the secrets that govern this land. We took them all in, indiscriminately. Some decided to stay in our young town. Others were there for a while and then returned home to teach others what they had learned. Soon, almost every day brought eager newcomers to the Whisperwind runecasting shop. I was young, eager to teach, eager to continue learning, eager to bring magic to the whole world. In my youthful haste, I forgot one of the first rules an acolyte learns in the academy in Namasera. Magic is fundamentally dangerous. That was my first mistake. Oh, hello. Welcome to the Whisperwind Rune Shop. We have all kinds of runes and magical items and things that you might need. Even some of the very rare ones that it's a bit difficult to get your hands on. But we have all of the different elements. We've got magic runes, nature runes, whatever it is that you're looking for. So can I help you find something specifically? Oh, you're looking for Penum. Well, congratulations, you found her. What can I do for you? Wait, what's wrong? Oh, you thought I'd be older. I get that a lot. But actually, between you and me, I'm quite a bit older than I look. Now, what exactly did you need? You want to apprentice? Under me? Like, I'm the master and you're the apprentice. Apprentice under me. Yeah, you said that. Why? I mean, sorry. Thank you. That's very, very flattering, but I'm not a master. I'm still relatively young by elven standards, and I never completed my schooling to become a master. I studied under one for a while in Namasera, but I left before I actually had the title for myself. Wouldn't you rather travel and find a master, either in Namasera or in the capital in Eifendel? Why me? Oh, you read some of my scrolls that I've been writing. Okay, well, yes, second purification. It's quite a complex concept, and I'm still working on it. I mean, I'm glad that you're interested in that, but it's gonna be years of research and testing it and things before I ever feel like I'm able to teach it to someone else. I mean, there's so much work to be done before I could actually ever feel it. You want to work with me? Help me with research and testing, and I mean, you know, it's going to be a lot of work, and there's going to be days where we honestly might not learn anything. It's a long process to create a completely new concept of magic like this. Really. You know, maybe it would be nice to have an apprentice. Well, okay, I don't feel like I could actually call you my apprentice because, as I stated, I'm not a master. But maybe an assistant to help out with the research and things. That would be nice. Someone just as enthusiastic about rune casting magic. I mean, don't get me wrong, my companions that founded Whisperwind with me, they are absolutely amazing. But none of them are rune casters, per se. There's a few of them who practice other types of magic, but none of them studied rune casting at the academy like me, so it's mostly been just me working on things. Maybe it would be nice to have a helping hand. What was your name? Well, Calamus. Welcome to Whisperwind. One student in particular, a young human named Calamus, impressed me greatly with how quickly and eagerly he picked up on runecasting magic. His passion was admirable, but he had a lot to learn about patience and discipline. Not exactly. What is that? Oh, Calamus. What are you doing here? I told you to keep practicing those basic elemental spells. You mastered them already, really? Well, I'm gonna need to see a demonstration later before we determine that you've mastered them, okay? No, I'm not gonna show you the next spells yet. I told you to practice those all day, okay? It's not just a one and done sort of thing. Rune casting takes an incredible amount of study and practice. Well, unfortunately, it's not up to you. You're the assistant, remember? You're learning from me, so I'm not showing you the next thing until I feel comfortable. Now, don't be like that. I know that you are very talented at all of this. You've picked up everything that I've taught you so quickly, but you need to be patient, okay? This isn't something that you learn in a day or a week or even a moon. It takes years to learn this kind of stuff, okay? I've studied this for, well, much longer than you've been alive, let's just say that. You'll get there, Calamus. I promise. Yes, we'll get to the bigger, more powerful runes too. I promise. We'll get to the celestial runes. We'll get to, well, it'll be quite a while before we get to chaos and shadow, but we'll get to the nature runes and celestial and all of those other runes, okay? We will get there. Just please be patient. Trust me, okay? Okay. Why don't you go do those elemental spells a few more times? A few more dozen times, actually. I'll catch up with you later. Okay. He did learn, though, and continued to progress very quickly. Come in. Oh, Calamus. Well, I appreciate the apology. I know that you're just excited. It's a good thing. I like the enthusiasm. Let's just take things one step at a time, okay? Okay. Oh, well, I was, actually, I have been trying to figure out this language of yours. You just call it common, right? Yeah, but it's just a little strange. There seem to be rules to how things are spelled and how things are pronounced, and then the rules are broken. Seems like the only constant rule is that rules get broken. And it's just a little bit of a difficult language to learn, apparently. I mean, obviously I have a translation stone, so if I need to do that, I can use that. And of course we have our, translation amulets and everything, so we can understand each other. But I would like to be able to read and write in common on my own. It's just, well, it's a little bit frustrating, I guess. It's okay. I'll get it. Don't worry about me. What? You would tutor me? Well, look at that. I guess we have a lot that we can learn from each other, huh? All right. You got yourself a deal. I'll teach you magic and you teach me common. Okay. Sounds good. However, not all of my companions agreed with my methods. Sabina, in particular, was adamant that we should be more selective in who I teach. At the time, her opposition seemed more like paranoia than caution. I knew her nature was to protect herself and her companions above all else, while I chose to believe in people. Since I was convinced the energy wanted me to share the knowledge of magic with as many people as possible, I gave her concerns little merit. That was my second mistake. All right, Sabina, who is it this time that you're worried about me teaching? Okay, I know that Calamus is eager, zealous, and maybe even borderline over the top. I understand this, but he's excited. Okay, he's not dangerous. I have it under control. I'm not showing him anything that he can't handle. I know you're just trying to keep everyone safe. I get that. I know you're the guard of Whisperwind. I understand this. Well, I have people's best interest at heart too, okay? I know that we maybe see things differently on that front, but that energy out there, that hollow, it didn't call to us just so we could come and learn from it and keep it to ourselves. It's not meant just for us. It's not meant just for elves. It's meant for everyone in this land. I can't just turn people away. I know. I promise I will be careful. I will not teach him anything that he can, harm anyone with. It's okay. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. Okay? It's going to be all right. Okay. Many years passed, and Whisperwind continued to grow. I continued my research, spending almost all of my time either at the Hollow or at the rune shop. Calamus remained by my side, learning and researching right along with me. I came to value his dedication and assistance more than almost anyone else. He also taught me about human culture over the years, as I continued to teach him. We became more than just teacher and pupil. We became dear friends. Of course, I'm not mad at you, Calamus. I mean, I did tell you to be careful. We're working with some bigger spells now, and there's definitely consequences. But at least you didn't hurt anybody. Just had it blow up in your face, literally. Oh, it's all right. Everyone at the academy does it now and then, too. It's just part of the process. If you're not willing to try new things and take some risks, then how are you going to learn? My mother used to say that failure is when we learn the most. You can learn 100 different ways how not to do something, but eventually you'll learn how to do it. So, as long as we are willing to see our failures as not time to give up, but time to just keep trying, time to learn and adapt and move on and grow, then it'll all be all right. There. I think I got most of that cleaned up. You're welcome. It's all right. You keep practicing. You'll get it, I promise. You're really talented, Calamus. You'll get there. Soon he began researching on his own. He said he had a special project that he wanted to remain a surprise for me. I believed in him, trusted him, so I left him to his task unchecked for far too long. That was my third mistake. Come in. Calamus. Have a seat, please. Yes, I'm going to talk to you like a pupil again. If you're going to go behind my back and start working on sigils without me knowing, then obviously I need to talk to you like a pupil again. What are you doing, Calamus? What are these symbols? What is this supposed to be? I told you to let that rest. There's a lot of things that magic can do, but immortality is not meant to be one of them. Okay? That's not what magic is for. It's not just to give the user some sort of crazy amount of power. Magic is supposed to help people, to make life easier. It's not about becoming the strongest and the most powerful being out there and bending others to your will or anything like that. I know that you're just ambitious. Yes, I know that to learn anything you have to take risks. I understand this. You don't have to say what I've told you back to me. But this is not what I meant. This is dangerous. You have no idea what this ritual magic could do. Ritual magic, it doesn't work like other magic. It requires a sacrifice. A huge, huge price. And it takes so much time and so much power, and so many different things could go wrong. Calamus, no, I'm not going to help you with this. You need to forget about this. Okay? Please. Okay. Of course I trust you, but I'm still going to hold on to this. For now. Maybe someday we can talk about it again, but please let it rest. Okay? Promise me you won't do anything stupid. Okay. Of course I trust you. Just don't make me regret that. I believed the issue behind us, though a certain unspoken tension had seeped into the corners of our relationship. I kept a close eye on him, as did Corvin and Sabina. He spoke of the issue no longer, nor did he appear to be working on his crazy notions anymore. However, we were all deceived, and I didn't know it until it was far too late. What was that? Calamus. He had been working on a ritual behind our backs, one that would transform the warm, steady energy of the hollow into something different, something he could absorb. But ritual magic is notoriously dangerous, notoriously volatile, and very often deadly. When his ritual went wrong, the energy twisted and expanded, threatening to destroy all of Whisperwind. It was all I and the other spellcasters could do to create a protective field around the town. We were able to save Whisperwind, but many of the brave spellcasters who had been under my tutelage did not survive. And Calamus was lost. The next few moons were bleak in the town of Whisperwind. The energy from the hollow has remained volatile and unpredictable, steadily growing in strength. Siphoning energy for new runes and studying its properties is still too dangerous for anyone. Fear of magic now permeates the town. Many of my students have now left town to return home. After seeing so many others die that night, I can hardly blame them. Now, instead of researching the hollow, I have dedicated myself to a new task. I have been creating a new ritual magic, one that will ensure something like this, or something worse, will never happen again. I am going to bind the volatile energy of the hollow so no one can ever abuse it again. I have spent moons drafting and redrafting, factoring in every variable, accounting for every element of the spell, to ensure nothing goes wrong this time. Now, 6.5 moons after the tragedy of Calamus's mistake, I am confident the ritual is complete. I am ready. Earlier today, I told my 5 companions, the other original founders, of my plan to bind the energy. None of them batted an eye when I asked for a personal item of theirs to serve as the relics for the spell, anchors with which to contain the magic. I now have everything I need for the ritual. I need only wait for the next full moon, and then this will all be behind us. This will be my last entry. The full moon is upon us, and I will begin the ritual soon. My companions have evacuated Whisperwind. Just to be safe, I told them. In all honesty, I just don't want them here. They would make this even more difficult than it already is going to be. I have left instructions with them about what they must do after tonight. They must each take their relics and scatter them, hiding them away for all time. And they must tell no one, not even each other, where they are hidden. I must confess, I was not entirely honest with my friends. There is one more component needed for the ritual: a sacrifice. If all goes well, they will return tomorrow to find the energy bound and me gone. I fear they will never forgive me for not telling them, but hopefully in time they will understand. What happens after tonight lies in their hands, most of all in the hands of my dear faithful friend Malva. I fear her task is the most difficult of all. But to protect this land from even greater dangers than we have already faced, we have no choice. I don't know why the energy of the Hollow chose me, a young, overly zealous, foolish elf, to carry out its bidding. My mistakes were many and great, but tonight I said it right. No one else will be harmed because of my folly. Never again will the Whisperwind Hollow cause such tragedy. It ends tonight. And that's it. That's really the last that she ever wrote in here. These last few pages are all just blank. You know, I always wondered why she hadn't finished filling up the journal. I guess now we know. It's because she wasn't around to finish it. It certainly paints all of this in a different light, doesn't it? I've always imagined Whisperwind, when it was founded, as this wonderful place bustling with magic. I mean, I guess it was like that for a while, but then it got corrupted, destroyed, all of that. And Penum ended up sacrificing herself to save everyone. Honestly, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to process this with what I thought Whisperwind was. what I thought the hollow was. I always, you know, when growing up here as a child, we always used to play in it, and it was just sort of a fun, mysterious place. And now to hear about this awful tragedy. Well, sorry, I don't want to take up any more of your time. Thank you for coming, for listening. I thought that you would want to hear. Yeah. Although unfortunately, it didn't really offer any new insights into these pages here that I've been working on translating. The only thing that I can think is that this ritual here in these pages, it seems like it's an unbinding spell. Like maybe before Penum did the ritual, she had a counter ritual prepared. You know, the diagrams, the different elements that you would need. And it looks like you would need all of those 6 relics again from the 6 founders to undo the magic. But who knows where those are, right? Goodness, it's going to be, well, not anything's going to happen in our lifetimes, probably. That's the only thing I can think of with these. But then there are still these other things in here. This ring of hers and this mysteriously frustrating key. Another key to another puzzle that is Penum. Oh well. I suppose maybe we'll never know. Like I said, that's the end of the journal. So, unless someone feels like contacting the dead and asking Penum themselves, I don't know what else we're ever going to learn about it. But oh well. Anyway, I thank you for sharing all of this with me. It's been fun to have someone to talk about with all of these things about Penum and the history of Whisperwind. Even if the ending was a little worse than what I thought it would be. It's still nice to have someone else to share it with. Anyway, you should probably get going. I'm sure you probably want to get to bed. I should attempt to go to sleep too. But yeah. Oh wow, listen to me, I'm all melancholy and sad now. There's still life here. There's still so much good in Whisperwind. Maybe we don't have the magic of the hollow anymore. Maybe the Great Separation took away the rest of the magic that was left here, but there's good people here. There's a community, there's love, there's family, there's simplicity in some things, but also a healthy dose of mystery. There's still a lot to love about Whisperwind. I'm glad you're here to experience it. Well, now I really should let you go. But I'll see you around, okay? Till next time.